Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Good evening, lovely people. Welcome back to Kop-Ish. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Here with man like Matt. Here with the one and only Drifty, and we have got some stuff to talk about. Paul Joyce has been tweeting till his heart's content. Transfer rumours have been going out, and a little thing called VAR might not be happening next season. Boys, how you doing this evening? This Thursday evening?
I'm out here wondering which Paul it is. Is it Jake Paul or is it Paul Joyce? Because
Jake Paul, yeah.
Because this is Jake Paul level shit stirring, so I don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Do you know what? It's mad because I don't know whether. I don't know. I know, Drift, you always think there's an agenda. I don't think there's an agenda as such. However,
we will get into it.
You know what? Let's do it now. Let's do it now.
Let's run it now. Let's run it now.
Let's look at the tweets first and foremost.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's run it now.
I'm going to bring the tweets up on the screen. So the first one is this one. Klopp has always been loyal to his squad, too loyal in some cases. James Milner, Roberto Firmino would have received new contracts last summer had Klopp got his way. Henderson and Fabinho were not pushed out. They forced their way out. And then the second tweet was, we
are laughing, Bridget. We are laughing.
Jurgen Klopp was serious about handing Joel Matip a new deal this summer. Okay. Can I start with the little theory I put in the WhatsApp group yesterday?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Fix my fan.
Paul Joyce is probably the most reliable journalist when it comes to Liverpool news that we know of, right?
Yeah, probably.
So I've come up with a little theory. Might be completely wrong, but this is what I think might be happening. So Paul Joyce has been tweeting stuff about Klopp, regardless of whether you think they're true or false, whether you like it or you don't. This is what he's been doing. From the looks of it, I feel as though FSG looked at the situation with Klopp and said, look, we love you as manager, we want to keep you, but we want to go back to the old system whereby we had an Edwards, a Ward or someone there who could potentially oversee and handle that side of the transfers. I think Klopp might have gone back to them and gone, okay, I don't mind that, but not Edwards and not Ward. In my opinion, FSG have gone back and gone, it's Edwards. Edwards is the best person for the role. It's Edwards. Klopp and Edwards not necessarily seeing eye to eye. I think Klopp has gone, you know what? You gave me all this power. You're now taking it away. I don't know if I want to be a part of this anymore. I don't think Klopp's wrong for doing that. But I also don't think the owners are wrong for doing what I think might have happened. Now, granted, this is completely conspiracy theory. This is completely me putting one on one together and potentially getting 4 or 5 as opposed to 2. But just putting some of the pieces together and the fact that Paul Joyce is a mouthpiece for Liverpool, it's very weird that some of these things are coming out now. Boys, am I completely off the mark, or do you think I've got any concrete or validity to what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I think there's a possibility what you're saying could be true. I definitely think there could be some truth in it.
Big up Luke. That's tinfoil hat saying.
I see that.
Big up Luke.
Boy, you know what, Carl? That what you said there, I think I put in the group. I was thinking maybe along the lines of the same thing. There's always been rumblings, nothing concrete, nothing confirmed. And even after the conversation today, nothing will be confirmed. It'll just be obviously our opinions, right? Trying to get all the evidence and try and see what's happened. all this news kind of filtering out now from Joyce, even the one that went as back as far as it was the one that was talking about Nunes and how the committee wanted Nkunku. Yeah. Even that, I would even arguably say, we already knew, but the timing, we know, like already. Why are you trying to remind us? Yeah. This one here says to me that it was something that I already knew, and that there was a fallout between Edwards and Klopp, and maybe even Ward, because Ward was the one that was like, nah, man said 3 months, I'm out, or whatever it is, or 6 months. He was just gone. I was like, what's going on here? Now, it's hard to say exactly what happened, but you've also got to remember Klopp earned that right to get to where he is today. So there's no even qualms about that for a second. So people might have a go at some of the transfers that he's made, fair enough, or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is he earned that respect. What it looks like it could be, like you're saying, is the whole, well, yeah, Klopp, you're leaving, so we're gonna use that regime that you opposed to, and yeah, we're gonna bring back the people that you maybe didn't want anymore, or you didn't need them anymore. It's very interesting, put it like that. And I'll let Drift speak, and then I'll get into that there was a special tweet, not special tweet, but that tweet regarding Firmino and
Milner
Milner
and Henderson and Fabinho
fighting their way out. We'll get onto that as well.
All right, so let's start there. And I'm not gonna lie, this is I love the Kop-Ish community, but you see, when I came out with this little theory, I didn't think I'd get a backlash like this still. So big up to you lot. This is what happens when you're open and honest in the chat. But no, all love. Drift. Firstly, in hindsight, because at the time, I think me and Matt were very much on board with Fabinho, Henderson, Milner, and Firmino leaving. You weren't. In hindsight, do you think it was the right decision for the power to be taken away from Klopp regarding Milner and Firmino? Well, more so Milner, because Firmino decided he wanted to leave. Hendo and Fabinho wanted to leave.
Yes and no. Hindsight suggests that it was the right decision because then moving on ended up being the right thing. Even though I'm going to say something after this that might make you lot think I'm crazy. But I think it's wrong, because if you give somebody power, then you should just let them have the power all the way. You can't just keep on going, there's the power. Oh, hold on. No, not on that one. No, there's the power. No, not on that one. Not on that one. Yeah, there's the power. Because then really you're not actually giving the power.
Hold that there, Jeff. Hold that thought right there. I'm going to use an example of kids here. I might say to Stevie, go and put that in the fridge. Go and put that drink in the fridge. But I might see him climb up on the chair and he's struggling to put it in the fridge. And if he doesn't get it in, like, it's going to spill. Is me jumping in to save that? Is that taking away the power, or is that doing the right thing for the overall situation? Even though I don't disagree with what you're saying. Just to play devil's advocate.
So what you're doing is the right thing, which is the part where we look at it and we go, some of them players leaving in hindsight was a good idea. So it worked in that regard. So you can't call it a bad save. You grabbing the drink quickly and stopping it from spilling. But you did tell him to put it in there. And now every time you tell him to do something, he's going to think that you're going to get involved and he won't fully feel independent. He'll just be looking over his shoulder, waiting for daddy to come and do something. Do you get what I mean? So if you really want him to learn how to put it in the fridge, he's got to spill it a few times. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because you
Matt's a menace, you know.
I know.
Why you not say this to me like it's not two of you there as well, fam?
Because you can see where my hands are.
I don't know what Drift's doing, but you're saying it's me.
I'm in the middle of flow, bro. I'm not going to be able to do it while I'm in the middle of flow.
Bro, you said like 10 words and stopped.
Nah, don't try. But yeah, so back to what I was originally saying now, bruv, in terms of like, was it a good or a bad thing though? You lot are gonna call me crazy for this. I don't care. That's my role here anyway. I think 2 of the 4 going.
Hold on, stop. Your role is not to be crazy, bro. Like-
No, it's to speak the truth and be lambasted for it.
Okay.
Oh no.
2 of the 4 going was a good thing. And those 2 for me were Milner and Henderson. Because I don't think they could have done it on the pitch as well as Gravenberch, McAllister, and Endo, who were the players who came in and replaced them. But still think we missed their leadership. But that's neither here nor there. But I truly believe, and you lot are going to call me absolutely crazy for this, but just bear with me. And if you think I'm wrong, you think I'm wrong. I believe if we still sign all the players that we signed, so there isn't anybody taking out of the squad, but you keep Flacco and you keep Firmino, I think our challenge for the title is better this season. And I actually think we could have possibly still been in with a chance to win it.
Matt, I hand over to you. Thoughts?
All right. So
I'm not saying anything because in the comments, all I get told is all I do is just disagree with Drift and get on to. I'm host today. I ain't saying.
I mean,
a word.
if you want me to actually make you realize why, so you see more the method to what I'm saying, that's cool. Otherwise, I can leave it there. It's up to you. Do you want me to explain why, or do you want me to just leave it?
I think I know why you said it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna guess. Tell me if I'm wrong here. McAllister was playing DM for the first part of the season, didn't look comfortable there, whereas Fabinho is a natural DM, so there's an argument to say that he would have been more comfortable there than McAllister. And then Firmino, you'd arguably say, is a better finisher than Darwin Núñez and Diaz. So had he got some of the chances, he may have scored some of those, which could have potentially put us in a better situation this season.
And Firmino knitted the front three together better than anybody that we had. And I think there would have been an easier fluidity between the midfield and the attack with Firmino playing whatever role he played within. And you got to remember, he was coming off the back of a good end to the season as well. Like, if you not remember, I was really upset we weren't giving him a year extension, because I did definitely feel he still had a lot to offer the squad. And Flacco, I go down the same premise. And again, this is always going to be, we will never know in it. So nothing I'm saying is fact, and nobody who's going against me is a fact. But if you look at the turnaround from Virgil, Matip, Gomez, and all the other players in the team who everybody thought weren't good enough, I still believe, and I stood on this hill last summer, that Flacco had one more year left in him to regain the trust that was just that season, based on a lot of our players falling off. And again, if Endo comes in and Endo takes the load as well, takes the weight off him as well, to be able to play those other games, you rotate Flacco and Endo throughout the season in the DM and allow McAllister to naturally be just an 8 the whole time and build relationships. I truly believe we would have been a more solid team and we would have protected the defense better. And I do think Flacco had another season left in him. I think it is quite unfair that people really just felt like at 29 years old, there was no chance he could have turned it around. Maybe not get back to old Flacco, because that Flacco was the best in the world. He wasn't going to do that, but definitely be good enough to be able to hold down and help the team, though. Do you get what I mean? So,
Matt, your thoughts, bro?
I understand where just coming from. You're not mad for saying it. I disagree with it. The reason why I disagree is this. With both of them, they still have quality on the ball. Both of them will always be amazing on the ball because they are that good, right? But we've sat here all season and spoken about defensive transitions and how bad we are defensively, and they weren't the same players, unfortunately. Their legs had gone, like fully gone. I understand age. Just because someone's 29, you're thinking, oh, but it's 29. They're like, that's not. You could tell with the way how Fabinho was playing, he couldn't move. People can call me crazy. Endo covers more ground than Fabinho. Fabinho will be stuck on an island. The way we wanted to play this season, Fabinho actually would have been exposed even more. Fabinho is slower than McAllister. Firmino is still a quality player. He can't do the pressing thing. Drift, you're speaking about earlier in the season about how the way how we press from the front, if that breaks down, like it affects the whole team. there is no way in hell Firmino can run it back. Yes, he's great at knitting things together, but he was also knitting things with a prime Salah and a prime Mane. This is now, don't get mad at these people, but this is now for me an inconsistent Luis Diaz and a Salah that's kind of looked like he's on the wane a bit. And I feel like you're asking too much for those players. I understand they don't have to start every game. They might not have to be like first team regulars. But in my opinion, bro, I think it was the right time to move them on. And dare I say it, like, I feel like if they were actually here this season, the season we just had, I think they would have become a hindrance, especially more so Fabinho. Maybe not Firmino, because I think we'd use him a bit more sparingly, but especially Fabinho. I think we would have been so annoyed with him that he's having to do too much. And it would have been a case of he's not doing too much. He just can't do the things that he used to do. And in this system that Klopp and Linda's both tried to sort of like rejuvenate, I think the exposure would have been crazy, in my opinion.
Let me just counter that quickly as to why, even though what you're saying makes sense, I don't quite think it would have been that way. I think Flacco would have been used in the same way we did at the end of last season, where we were inverting and he's not left on an island, bro. And if you remember our form with Flacco and Trent being the pivot because Trent was inverting, we had a good end to the season. And I think Firmino plays very sparingly, and I do think he can still press. I think if you got Firmino only playing 20 games instead of 45, I think he does have the energy to still press in the games he plays in and be able to start, and everybody can more follow by his lead. Because the one thing I'll say about Nunes isn't good at pressing. He's got the energy, but he hasn't got the intelligence. Sorry, should I say? Because I think he's got all the endeavor, all the effort, but he doesn't have the intelligence. If he was learning off of Bobby how to do it, and then the others could follow Bobby whenever he was playing, I think we get a couple of results that are different this season, especially with the injuries we've had this season.
Well, here's another thing as well. Even to kind of counter that point, this season, obviously Trent being injured, with the kind of box, midfield didn't happen as much as maybe we would have liked. And that's why there were times when just think about this, when McAllister was playing the 6, imagine that as being Fabinho. Fabinho in his heyday could easily do what Matt done this season from a defensive point of view, and even better, obviously. But this Fabinho now, bro, I'm telling you, if you've seen him, I don't know if you've watched him inside. I've only seen like maybe 2 or 3 like highlights, clips here or there.
He's unmotivated over there, isn't it?
I understand it, but bro, you can just tell his athleticism. It's like his job. Remember, he was never the most athletic, right? But whatever he had left, it's just completely vanished. And I do feel like he did get run into the ground, and that's partly, if it's not partly, that's Liverpool's fault for not maybe getting someone to rotate with him and maybe finding a system where he's not as exposed as much and trying to put out so many fires. Because we've always been that expansive team. We love to be expansive. We love to do one-on-one defending, and we don't mind turnovers because the counter-pressing gives us a chance to try and jump and try and get the ball, so to speak. But yeah, I just feel like it would have been a lot, bro, in this new system anyway.
No, that's fair enough. But we thought Matip's legs were gone, remember? And until his injury, Matip was one of our best defenders / best players.
But even with Matip, you can tell. No, I was gonna say with Matip, I would say he's not the same player. Like before he got injured, I could tell he's lost that kind of yard that he had. Because to be fair with Matip had very, very, very decent top speed, not acceleration, but top speed. Whereas now, even before he got injured, I remember we were saying like, even though Matip is amazing, you can tell with that high line, we still got to be very, very wary. And funny enough, the same thing, if you deep it, yeah, it's the same thing, so to speak, with Kwanzaa. Because Kwanzaa isn't the quickest, it's like you're asking Kwanzaa to cover so much space on that right-hand side. And sometimes, like, there are times when the opposition team will attack down that right-hand side. It's like asking our defenders to do too much. And that's mainly because it comes down to structure, not even the defenders or their attributes. It's the structure. And what I'm saying is, in this structure right now, bro, I think Fabinho would have found it really difficult,
So I think both the points you make are both very valid, if I'm going to be honest. The first part of Paul Joyce's tweet, though, I think it's kind of gone under the radar because of the players mentioned in the tweet. Is Klopp being too loyal more of a weakness or a strength? I started with you think first, Matt. So I'll start with you on this one, Drew. Not necessarily. We know it's there can be strength in both, but is it more of a strength or a weakness being loyal, or how loyal he is, in your opinion?
It's both, really.
You got to give me an answer though, bro. Which one is it? Even if it's 51-49, which one is it in your opinion? Is it more of a strength or more of a weakness? Not loyalty in general. I'm just talking about Klopp at Liverpool and loyalty.
Yeah. I'm a loyal guy, so I'm gonna say it's not a hindrance. No.
Do you think it's more of a strength?
I understand it and I respect it, and I think it is a strength.
Matt, where do you sit on that spectrum? Sorry, just to be clear, I understand anyone who says it's both. It definitely is both, but
I think it's both. I think it's both, but I do feel like for where we want to be, like if it was like, what was it, 51-49, I would say weakness. Reason being is because there's nothing wrong with loyalty in football. There should be loyalty in football. The problem is that I do feel like with Jurgen Klopp, over the years, I sometimes feel like has there been blind loyalty? And when I say blind loyalty, it's giving Naby Keita all this time, even though, I'm one of his biggest fans, so to speak. Like, but did he give him too much time because he believed in him? The same thing for Oxlade-Chamberlain. The same thing for, when Lallana, like there's certain players when they kind of, you could tell they were kind of like not Liverpool, or they had injuries and it really affected them. But Klopp, to his credit, believed in them and wanted them to kind of show him. And he did that, bro. But I just think it kind of went against him, in my opinion. I don't know. Like in the end, I feel like it did go against him, bro. There's too many players that he probably trusted, and it just hasn't worked for him. Like even some of the players that are in his current squad now trusted Szoboszlai to maybe fix up. Szoboszlai never fixed up, kept on playing and thinking, well, sure, he's the Hungarian captain. The way how he's spoken about and what I know he can do, he never fixed up, let him down. Darwin Núñez let him down. Salah's let him down at times. Diaz has let him down at times. Like the list goes on. And yeah, like sometimes we kind of said as well on this channel, like even with Klopp's like team selection, like come on, bro, be more ruthless. Play the plays that are in form. Don't always go to your tried and tested because they've got you over the hill before. Now it's about who's playing well now, who's doing well now. And it sometimes takes a lot to change his mind, bro. Like maybe a bit too much when really and truly, like it's right there. And Jeff, you said this many times as well. Like you rate Pep Guardiola as arguably one of like the best ever, right? And one thing I'll say to that, what you said is that, bro, do you know one of the reasons why I think you consider him one of the best? Because he's ruthless, bro. And he's like, I know sometimes you might not like someone's personality, but to be fair to Pep, he gets the results. And that's because he's not scared to change things. He's not scared to like upset players. Like he will do what's needed. Whereas sometimes with Jurgen Klopp, I feel like he doesn't want to upset too many people. So then he won't do that. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that I think at times it can go against you, especially when you're up against someone like that. Like, bro, Pep is obsessed with winning. Like obsessed. I'm not even trying to say the manager necessarily has to be like that to win, but when you know you're up against a man like that, you've got to make sure you get everything nearly spot on. And bro, how many times have we gone? Oh, what? Sobo's starting? Where's Elliot? Diaz is starting again. Where's Gakpo? Or flipping? You know what I mean? Like, and we're like, bro, why are you doing that? And I think that's it, the favoritism. And yeah,
no, that is true. I mean? But what you can't do is you can't take out certain ingredients. We can't do the whole, I'm a Christian. Yeah, I believe in God. Oh, what, that bit of the Bible? No, I don't do that still. Like, you're picking the parts that you want. That's not how it works.
No, because I'm kind of guilty of that myself still.
Oh, we all are.
I know.
But you can't have the man that
I
you
felt like a
love.
direct message from God through you, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Hey, that's a mad analogy because it's like saying,
No,
"Oh,
but
like
that's true, bro, because you can't
I'm
have
a
the man.
Christian,
You
but
can't have,
deep down I'm on badness." Like,
no. What I mean by
on,
that is,
no. But you can do the whole like, no,
but
like
no,
big man.
because you can't take
Yeah.
the likable parts of Klopp. What made us know
I hear
he is
that.
the
I hear
right
that.
man, the charisma, the love, the joy, the hugs, the fist pumps. You can't take all the things you love about him, but what makes him that is his loyalty, is his belief. So you can't go, yeah, I want all of that. No, I don't want that. That's not how it works.
Mm.
You have to take one with the other. You can't just pick and choose when you enjoy him being that type of person.
But that's why we said
That's-
both.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
that's
go on.
That's very true what you just said. But surely, we're all in relationships. There's parts about us that our missus hate. There's parts about our missus that we dislike. You see, I did the hate and dislike there.
Yeah, I was about to say. Hate and change your dislike.
But boys, let's be real.
Yeah.
All the things we love about our missus, like we want to keep, but that doesn't mean we don't encourage them to change the things that we dislike.
Agree.
want them to be the best
That's why it's
version of
weekly
themselves.
beef. That's why it's weekly beef, bro.
Yeah, no, you said that, not me. You know, I'm happily married and love my wife to the end of the world.
Man said,
Ain't no beef here, bro. I'm a chicken man still. Like, beef's too chewy. So, but no, like I do think there's a world where you can love all those things about Klopp, but you can still get frustrated. I mean, I think I'm one of those people. I know people think I hate Klopp. That's fair enough, innit? I have to live with that. But everything I love about Klopp, but I will still criticize the stuff that I don't like about him as well. I don't think you have to be one or the other. I think you can still do both.
No, you can criticize it, Cal, but there has to be an acceptance of that's what comes with the territory. You can't jump in the water and enjoy swimming, but be vexed you got wet.
Slightly different.
No, I just same thing, bro.
Because you go in with an expectation to get wet. Like if you're walking alongside the pool and I
know
just
what's
push
gonna
you in,
happen,
like, there's a
that
So if you've got a very loving, charismatic manager, you know what's going to happen. He's going to have loyalty traits that mean he won't be as ruthless as you want him to be.
So isn't it right then that we have owners or someone like an Edwards who could turn around and go, well, bro, you're being a bit too loyal here, so this is what needs to happen. In the same way, when Edwards is being a bit too ruthless, because again, I know people will say, oh, well, he wanted to get rid of Hendo to bring in Bruno Guimaraes. I remember when we did the show, when news broke that Hendo weren't going to get a new contract and Atletico Madrid and PSG were linked with him. I remember that show where every single person in the comments said, it is ridiculous if Hendo doesn't get a new contract. The club's moving mad. Give him a new contract. I know we can turn around now and people go, no, I wanted him gone then. No one in the comments then wanted him gone. So in the same way, you can turn around and say, right, you know what, Klopp, you're being a bit too sentimental. Klopp can turn around to Edwards and go, you know what, this one here is an exception, you know, Hendo's an exception. Yeah, his numbers might be dwindling a little bit, but look at the other intangibles that you can't measure on a data scale, like influence in the dressing room, influence on the pitch, helping the youngsters. So again, this is why I say, do you not need the yin and yang? And maybe that's why things started to change, Drift.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I have a little bit of a kind of anger towards Edwards, because I think he should have just been able to handle the situation better in terms of not having as much power, but understanding it more. And like, and again, we'll never know the full ins and outs, but it did feel a little bit like him and Ward did the whole, I'm just going to throw the toys out the pram kind of situation. That's what it felt like a little bit. It was almost like, when I don't have the final say, I'm not really going to be around for this. Instead of more like you say, Cal, being like, do you know what? Let me know my role. Let me understand he is actually the manager, and I'm going to advise him as much as I can, but just be happy with whatever decision he makes at the end of the day, because we're all here to support him. He's the head of the snake. Everyone knows the manager is the head of the snake, and everybody else are just the scales and the muscles that allow the snake to move. Like, try and be a little bit more supportive. And again, maybe something really happened and we don't know, you know what I mean? And it become a bit untenable. But you would have just hoped, because the fact that they're all coming back now, that's the part I find really weird, that they're all coming back now.
All right,
Could
let
you not
me.
say- Oh, sorry, Matt. Go
I
on,
was
bro.
gonna say, all right. So remember, me and you were going back and forth about this other day. Remember, we was talking about it on the phone, I think, yeah. And like, although I understand like your point, and there may be some elements in there. In fact, there probably is, to be fair. I'm almost looking at it another way as well, because I think there's two ways of looking at it, right? The other way is Jurgen Klopp got to that point where he had so much power that they weren't needed. Why would they stay? There's no reason for them to stay. There's no reason for those directors of football. No, but what I was gonna say is, imagine this, yeah. They're having a
J-Lo
board.
married hers, you know.
No, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. There's board meeting. There's a board meeting, and their man are like, I think we should get this player. Klopp's like, what are you talking about? Me and Pep Williams have drawn up our list of players. Don't need your man's input. What? Why are they sticking around? Why are they? Be real. If I had, I'll put it like this, yeah. If one person on this show had final say about every single thing we do, everything, that's gonna be like, well, hold on a minute. I thought we would speak about it, right? No one just gets up in the morning and was like, no, I'm doing my thing. I don't know. That man have to just follow. It doesn't, you know what I mean? You speak about it, you reach some type of you know what I mean? You have a debate about it, whatever, you talk about it. Yeah. I just feel like in this case, the reason why the man them are going back. Do you remember when Klopp do you want to know what? Klopp said this, yeah? Quote me if I'm wrong. He goes, I'm loyal, but not too loyal. Do you remember when Klopp said that? Just remember when Klopp he actually said that. Chat.
No, he did. He did say that, yeah.
Yeah.
But his actions
Man said Matt as the host.
All right, so what about when he didn't get his way and he lost Genie? And we all sat here and was like, that is a terrible decision.
Right. So let me say this, yeah. There's certain things that's happened over the years where Klopp, I think, has had his way and the committee has had their way. And I do feel like over time, remember, he's earned the right drift. He won a Champions League and a Premier League, yeah. Theoretically, he might say, like, listen, respectfully, guys, listen, I will understand what you lot say, but I'm going to be real. Pep Williams has got the book. He's got the list, and I trust Mum. You know what I'm saying? And then man might have to be like, well, bruv, like, why am I sticking around? That's how I look at it. You got to look at it from you know what I mean, the other aspect. And I do feel like there's a bit of both in there. I feel like maybe there's a bit of bravado from Edwards being like, nah, bro. It's a committee thing. And Klopp's like, nah, like, it's me and my man, we're gonna sort this out. And I don't think there was a connection, and that's why they split ways before. Yeah.
Sorry, really quickly.
I'll ask you a question as well, because again, I think a director of football is really important, especially in modern football. So I don't think a manager should have full say. But, and you lot got kids, so this could happen to you lot. Is it fair that I get pumped up because my kid did something to someone else's kid? No. But if the dad's about it, it could happen.
It could happen.
So
you're right.
the one who at the end of the day is going to take all the blame. So really, is it bad that he's the one who wants the final say, so it's actually his fault when he gets the blame?
All right, so two things there. One, I don't think Klopp did take all the blame. I think FSG took more of the blame than Klopp. So that's the first thing. Secondly,
I don't know. I don't know.
I've been in the boat of saying what Matt's been saying, that Klopp's earned the right to have all the power. But to play devil's advocate, I'm going to say he didn't, because it wasn't just him who brought us the success. He was a main part in it, but let's not forget Edwards and his team as well brought us players like Salah when Klopp wanted other players, brought us Mane when Klopp wanted other players. So yeah, from a delivering on the pitch standpoint, Klopp deserved all the plaudits. But are we being wrong in saying he deserved full power when it wasn't full power that got him to the dance? It was a team effort. In the same way, that's like me saying in the summer, boy, only Virgil deserves to get a new contract because, you know, we won a trophy and the captain lifted the trophy. So only one of them gets to get a new contract. Salah and Trent can bounce. We'd sit there and go, well, Trent and Salah contributed to the team this season.
That's
so
the line of the show.
do they not get something?
No, I hear you on that, bro.
Klopp to Edwards in terms of F the big three, just big.
Go, bow! What?
No, Cal, what I'll say to answer your question, Cal, is I think Edwards. I think Edwards.
Feel that old little ox. Bow!
I think Edwards got all the praise he deserved, though, Cal, for what you're saying. I think it did come hand in hand. I think at the time we all gave Edwards more than his flowers. We did. We definitely gave Edwards his flowers. It was never a thing where Klopp was getting the praise and no one else was. Edwards, we did shows on praising Edwards on how brilliant he was at buying and selling.
No, agreed.
They both. But we also said that Klopp's the best manager in the world at one point.
Yeah. So Klopp was given the right tools to succeed. Here's the thing. It was a 50-50 thing. You might, I don't know, with regards to Edwards, Drift, yeah?
60-40.
Well,
no, 65-35.
Here's my thing on it. With regards to Edwards, yeah, everyone was like, bro, he's the best sporting director ever because he was somehow to get these deals over the line for relatively lower fees than what they should be, and then he's selling players at the highest rate possible. But then obviously,
Next rate though, Matt. Remember, we've realised now his brethren kept helping him out. Now his brethren's the Liverpool man.
No, but that's that's two players, G. No, I don't even know if it was that two or three max.
Who are we talking about? Sorry.
He's trying to say, yeah, he brought back Rich. He's trying to say, because Richard Hughes took Solanke,
Ivan, Brad Smith,
and who's the other one?
Smith
and Brad Smith. He's trying to say, he done man a favor, like that was a brethren thing. I'm like, bro, all right, look at you. Look
tell me
at
that's not a brethren thing.
And then I'm looking like this. Does Richard Hughes want to lose his job?
It looks suspect,
bro. God, here what I'm gonna say. The Brad Smith one, that was blatant as obvious as day, right? But you see the Solanke one, yeah, bro. If I'm Richard Hughes, even though, like, say me and your brother, we spoke about this before, yeah, and I said, fam, do me a favor, yeah, just take Solanke. Like, he's not ready yet, but in 4 or 5 years' time, I will be ready, yeah. Bro, first thing you're gonna say to me, Matt, I thought we were boys. Why are you trying to get me fired? Like, bro, for Richard Hughes to do that deal, he must have seen something, because he can't be that dumb and stupid. You get what I'm trying to say?
Remember, I said to you, Solanke.
That's crazy. That means man don't care about his own job.
No, because Solanke was always good enough. He was always good enough for Bournemouth level.
I just think Edwards was like, you know what? There's a player there. It is a big risk. It's a big gamble. Don't get twisted. It's a gamble, but it's up to you whether you're going to take it. Because I'm going to be real. If Richard Hughes literally sat there and went, hey, that's my G, you know, I'm going to take that deal, bro. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? We'll sort out another deal later on. Pause, yeah? But Richard Hughes is moving mad. We can't have him as sporting director. If what you're saying is that's how he is.
Plus,
that's crazy.
Matt, we've likened Edward Hughes to a certain death row owner. I bet Vanilla Ice thought he was Bridgens at one point.
You're not comparing Edward to Suge Knight. We're not doing.
No, drifty.
No,
have we not sat here and said that the way Edwards moves, couple man must be held over balconies?
No, I just think Edwards is.
He got 26 million.
I just think Edwards knows what he's.
26 million.
I just think he knows how to finesse everybody.
United.
I just think he knows how to finesse everybody.
Sheffield United.
He just knows what he's doing. Well, bruv, you're 142 for Coutinho as well, bro. He knows what he's doing.
No, that one was worth it.
Not 142, bro. At the time, that was a mad.
We love Coutinho.
That was worth it.
We knew we was getting a mad deal, fam. For
but we were losing
bag.
We were losing top 5 player on the planet at the time.
Nah, bro, like, you got to think of fees back then, though. I know what you're saying, but even the fee, it's not about the player, it's the fee. Bro, if someone said 100 mil, I'd be like, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's Coutinho, 100. There's nearly 150, bro.
And Bele went for the same.
You get what I'm saying? And then who else did he say?
All right, so there's been this label that Edwards is bringing his brethren in. Fair enough. But could you not say the same about Klopp? He's had Linders there. He's had effectively people around. Schmacker. He brought in Schmacker. Schmacker was literally there to just say yes.
Yeah, Schmacker was a yes man still.
Schmacker did a good job though.
He was a yes man though, Jiff. Yes or no?
Drifty.
Was the yes man? Was the yes man a yes man? Drift?
He signed Soberslai, and he signed
No, but
Endo.
but was he a yes
Smack
man?
was just given the money to go and get them. He didn't sign those.
100%. There was no one opposed Klopp in that boardroom. Klopp just went.
We're speculating. We're speculating.
Matt Gordon and them. I'm like, have you had your board meeting and that? Do I need to enter the room and we can sort out the contracts to play? Them man, Klopp went. Nah, we got a new sporting director. That's my brethren. We'll sort that. Don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. Smack was there for 3 months.
Oh, he said he was Jurgen Klopp's assistant.
Assistant, bro. They said,
and
what's
again,
your role?
it was a short-term thing. It was
the
a short-term
man said, I report
thing,
to Jurgen, fam.
That's crazy.
Bro.
Basically, Jurgen cornered him before he went into the board meeting and said, listen here, yeah, you're not bad like me. You're going to do what I tell you to do. And if you don't, I'm going to buck you again, innit? What are you? My assistant. Say it louder. My assistant. All right, cool. Say no more. Big up you, man, and the family. That's what Klopp basically did.
Man, that's some work experience, blood. That was there for 3 months. But to his credit, the signings that he's made have definitely helped Liverpool. I know some of them haven't come to fruition at the same time. Some people have let us down, like Soberslai and whatnot, and obviously even Endo, like he's hit ceiling. But overall, you would say as a summer, we done all right. When you consider the job that we had to do, we done all right. We done all right. You know what I mean? So
fair dues. Well, people, smash that like button if you haven't already. We're going to move on topic after we get through these supers. Punjabi Firmino says Klopp loyalty is his biggest weakness and strength. Adnan says Jurgen Klopp to blame because of our bad defending for the last 2 seasons. Eastwood says, so are we saying that FSG wanted to spend but Klopp wanted to keep recycling? Interesting question.
No, FSG never want to spend.
Drift, I think we can only answer that after this summer. If I'm going to,
hey,
would
Drift,
they spend
remember
the
our conversation, fam? Remember our conversation?
No, would and want.
Caicedo, that kind of seemed like they do want to spend Drift.
But Klopp wanted Caicedo though.
He didn't want Caicedo, bro.
Bro, everyone wanted Caicedo, bro.
Not Klopp. Klopp didn't want Rice. He didn't want Caicedo. He didn't want these man, bro.
He didn't want Rice, but Klopp wanted Caicedo. I saw the smile on his face.
He wanted Endo,
when they
bro.
sat Klopp down in the interview when apparently we triggered the deal, but he set the smile on his face when they asked him about Caicedo, said everything. He wanted Caicedo.
No, fun enough, he wasn't smiling, you know. He was actually no, bro.
He was smiling when he got Endo,
look,
bro.
I'm not going to talk about anything that's not
bro,
official.
I kid
and his
you
face
not,
was smiling the whole time, bro.
Call me crazy, yeah. If I remember that press conference correctly in the morning, yeah, he didn't seem as happy as like you would expect because he goes, "Oh, we've agreed the fee, but now it's up to the player." But he didn't seem like. I think maybe because he was cautious about whether the deal was going to go over the line.
Yeah,
but he wasn't like. I don't remember him like the beaming smile, so to speak. I don't remember that, bro.
Yeah, that's because you was worried.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
Nerbeats, I think Klopp is tired of competing against City. #115. Firstly, big up Nerbeats. Hope you're well, brother. Hope the family.
Yeah,
is
big
well.
up,
big up. No, it's been a minute. Bro.
Yeah, those 115 charges. Unfortunately, I don't think anything's going to come of it, but I think we all know the truth behind that. Eastwood says, I think Klopp's loyalty is a sign of weakness based on putting players and his relationship ahead of the club. I think there's some truth in that. Troy M says, went back and watched a few of the old Kop-Ish vlogs on the members page. You've got to do more of those. The pure joy and Matt's face when he realized that Drift brought an end and brought enough Cinnabon for him. That was a moment. I can't even lie.
Yeah, no, big up Drift because I wasn't expecting that. Because I remember just standing there thinking, right, you know what? I ain't got nothing, you know. I ain't really, man, I didn't even get nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, Drift. I can say this to you now because of the situation. When I saw you have the Cinnabon bags, I thought to myself, right, if Drift didn't bring any for us and he brought all of these for himself, I might rush him, you know. I might rush him. Lit Vibe says, I believe mostly our talent stayed because of Klopp. Edwards and co will be selling our world-class players. The impact is overrated. Time will tell. will he be selling them while they're still world class or after they've been world class? That's the question.
Mm.
Sean
After
says,
saying
remember, Klopp is under contract until summer 2026. He will be unable to go anywhere and won't be able to spill the beans until then. Possibly. I mean,
because of.
I don't know actually.
But then again, yeah, because when you say you're
if he breaks his side of, it's not like if FSG were to sack him, they could put him on gardening leave. This is Klopp walking away from the contract, so I don't know if he has.
I don't know actually. I'm not too sure how that one works, bro. Sean might be right though.
Let me read. Pimp's in that H category at the moment after his loss. Okay, here we go. So pimping the God tweet Drift's analogy. Any dog owner with his hand in a plastic bag turned inside out will tell you wet poo and moves are different to dry poo. That's very true. I'm not a dog owner and I can imagine that one. Right, let's move on topic. If you haven't already, guys, over 1,000 of you in here, please do smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Transfer rumors. Silly season is upon us, which is crazy because we haven't announced our new manager and Edwards hasn't even started his role officially at Liverpool. However, rumors are happening by the second, and 2 rumors that have come to fruition, one incoming and one outgoing potentially is, and I'll start with the incoming potentially. This man, Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon grew up a Liverpool fan, was part of the Everton Academy though. According to Ornstein, Liverpool really like Anthony Gordon, but aren't expected to pursue this summer because Newcastle have no intentions of letting him go. Okay, I'm going to caveat this straight away because I feel as though I can speak for you guys on this. None of us like Anthony Gordon, the person, but the footballer. And I'm not even going to speak about price because I don't think we're going for him because of price, etc. But do you think he's a good enough player to improve upon the left wing of what we have already? Matt, I'll stop.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Rifting nasty guy, you know. I'll be honest. I think he's overrated, bro. I genuinely feel like he's overrated. Listen, he's a good player. He is good. Like I think he's decent, then he's decent. But brother,
You see, you lot's goat, you know.
if Liverpool,
Wait. Who's goat?
Who's got?
Don't do that.
What,
Don't do
Gordon?
that.
What?
No, not the player, the recruitment. This is you lot's goat.
Okay.
Trust Edwards. Remember that.
This is a rumor, bro. It's not even like this is happening.
But why? Man said that's your lot's goat, you know. Raw.
Is this your king?
Is this your king? Innit? That's what I'm saying. Now, listen.
Not what man should have all that power.
But, bro, we're not getting Gordon. I'll say this, though.
Is anyone going to tell Edwards no? Because he's got all his brethren here now. So who's going to tell Edwards?
We're going to find out.
Yeah,
We're going to find out.
We're going to find
We're going to find. No, for real, we're going to find out. We're going to find out whether it's Michael Edwards.
Hold on a minute.
Or we're going to find out whether there's a committee.
All right.
Because as far as I'm aware, it's a committee.
I think a good takeaway from this episode is, remember, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
But we ain't effed around
hating.
Yet, bro.
We ain't even done that. Man's hating on. Yeah, it is. I get it. Klopp's leaving. I get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. You're looking for someone to be angry with. I get it.
you just ban it. It's him, bro.
I get it now.
We get it, fam. We get it. All I'm saying is
not
this,
even.
All jokes aside with Anthony Gordon, I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool, bro. I think he's just very, very quick and he's direct. But I'm gonna be honest, when we go against low blocks, he's the type of player, in my opinion, that will be found out. I don't think he's like that. I don't think. Okay, numbers wise, he might be he's a bit more productive than.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
I just don't think. I don't think he's good enough. But I'll leave it there. I don't want him at Liverpool. I don't think he's good enough.
Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. Drift, I'm gonna ask you a serious question here, and I want you to take emotion out of it. I don't want you to think about the person. Just think about the players I'm going to mention. Not is he a better player, but is he a better left winger currently than Diaz or Gakpo, in your opinion?
No,
Why
He's-
would you say
he's-
no?
he's quick and he's got a decent finish on him. But if you're going to change your left winger, upgrade properly, please.
No, Drift, you're going too far. You're going too far. That's not the question. It's simply, is he better than Diaz and Gakpo currently? Not would he be our first choice? Because I think, again, I can answer that for everyone. Absolutely
No,
no.
I don't think he's better than either of them.
Matt,
I'm
I
not
like-
swapping Anthony Gordon for either of them.
Matt, I
All
will
right.
ask you. Come out of the ring.
If we're being honest, he's had a
Who
better
asked you for
season
honesty?
than Diaz. We've got to be honest. He's had a better season than Diaz. He's more productive than Diaz. But I think Gakpo is better. But that's because I also think Gakpo is better than Diaz.
Oh, wow. Never saw that one. Okay.
I think Gakpo is better than Diaz, yeah. I think Gakpo will give you more production. I think Luis Diaz is a talent and he's good, just like Gakpo. But I just think Gakpo will give you better production if you gave Gakpo the same amount of minutes. I've always said this all season. I said put Gakpo left wing for the same amount of time, and I think Gakpo will cook. And listen, Luis Diaz had a lot happen to him this season as well. So it's a bit unfair to say, especially this season. But this is Diaz's best season. I'm just being honest. It's been his best season, if we're being honest as well. Like, I don't even want to do the stats thing, but
No,
statistically,
don't.
No,
I
I don't know the stats. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
this. If I'm asking you both, just a quick yes or no, just quickly yes or no. This is me not looking at stats. This is the both of you. Is Diaz a constant goal scoring winger? Yes or no?
No, absolutely.
Drift?
I wouldn't say constant, but I would say he gets you a goal every 3 games or something like that.
That's not a constant goal scorer. A constant goal scorer is like he'll get about 15, 16 at least. Do you
Well, I
know
mean, what is Diaz's numbers for this season? I can't
No,
even
no, no, no,
remember.
but I'm just saying he's not for me. All right. You're saying he might be, but I don't think he is personally. Not only that, is he an assist? Is he an assist guy, Cal? Yes or no, in your opinion?
Who, Diaz? No.
Yeah. Drift?
No, I wouldn't call him. I think he creates without creating the final pass, if that makes. I think it's a lot more about movement and
All
other
right.
things.
Well, here's my thing. Even though I know Drift, you didn't really give a definitive answer for is he a constant goal scorer. As much as I rate him as a player and watching Luis Diaz play, I think he's quality, bro. He's got all the technical ability in the world. However, if you're gonna play for Liverpool, and we've said this, like me and you've gone back and forth about this, bro.
Mhm.
His production is not good enough.
Wait, Matt,
production.
No, wait.
And I'm not looking at numbers. No.
I know,
You
but
guys-
we're gonna get to Diaz.
And this isn't a Diaz slander thing. I just feel like his production needs to be better for the chances that we create as a team. I would understand. Remember, Anthony Gordon plays for Newcastle, and I don't really rate him like that. But he's kind of. Oh no, because I don't know the numbers. I'm just saying. I'm not
that's what I'm
looking
saying. We're gonna get to
Yeah.
Diaz in a sec.
Oh, okay.
The same with Anthony Gordon. Drift.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to trip you up.
Mhm.
One of the things that you value the most in a footballer is pace, directness.
Mm.
Anthony Gordon is those things. Is there
He
not
has
an argument
pace.
to say, is there not an argument to say that he can get better in a better team? Like, you'd say the two brightest sparks for Newcastle this season have been him and Isak. Is there no argument to put him in Liverpool's team that he does even better?
I think there's always an argument that anybody who's playing for a lesser team and doing really well, you put them around better quality and then they'll do better. That's definitely. But I think Anthony Gordon is absolutely maxing out right now. He's not going to get better
What makes you say that, though, Drew?
because I think he's very limited. Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Theo Walcott. He's not a bad footballer, but the pace is the kind of reason why he's dangerous. And if you take the pace away, then I think you take away the danger. I think pace is one of the best attributes in football. That's an absolute fact. But if you're someone like Kylian or Dembele or someone like that, you got the skill with the pace. So the pace is the only thing that makes you who you are. But I think if you like Salah, for example, Salah was absolutely rapid. He lost the pace. He was able to transition into being a more creative player. Anthony Gordon can't do that. You take away the pace, and then he's just done. Like he's Theo Walcott for me. I actually think he's like a reborn Theo Walcott. He's dangerous. He can affect games. He will score goals. But if you take away the pace, like Matt said, if you don't give him the room to run in behind, then what does he do? Because he ain't creative. So once you take away the ability for him to run in behind, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I think he would have? He would have a lot of seasons like Martinelli. Because I think that's one of the problems with Martinelli this season. Arsenal play a lot of teams that do low block now, and Martinelli's strength was his pace running in behind.
I tried to tell you, bro.
You know what?
Because
Credit
kept
to you, lot.
Martinelli's better than Saka, and we were like, no,
Credit to you, lot. I went and looked at a lot of the games where he was playing poorly, and you lot were right. Like I did. I took what you lot said. I went and I watched, and I was like, right, they're right. Martinelli is struggling with teams because they're deeper in defense, and he doesn't have the room to run in behind and expose them like the season before when he was taking them by surprise, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I think Anthony Gordon is in that same. Remember, Newcastle don't play teams that sit deep. Teams play Newcastle and believe they can win the match. So they expand, they come out, and he's able to run in behind. What's he going to do with a low block deep team? Like, I don't think he's crap. I don't think he's rubbish. He's definitely a good footballer, but he's not Liverpool level. And he's definitely not better than Gakpo or Diaz, in my opinion. That's just for me. So
staying there with Diaz then. Staying there with Diaz then, because the other rumour I want to speak about is this one. Liverpool are not looking to sell Luis Diaz. He's 27 under contract in 2027. A really important squad member, a member of the squad. However, Arsenal, Barcelona are apparently pushing really hard to get him. He's the one that they desire the most, and the fee is anything between 60 to 80 mil. Matt, one word answer. If you are offered between 60 and 80 mil for Luis Diaz, do you say yes or no? One word answer, and then we'll come back round with some more questions.
Yeah.
Drift, same question to you, bro.
So what was the question? Sorry, bro.
If a team, let's say Barcelona comes in with an offer between 60 and 80 mil for Luis Diaz, are you taking it?
Yeah,
I'm not even trying to do that on the fence.
One word
matters who the replacement would be.
But I don't know.
Honestly,
No, but you just got. It's just straight yes or no. I had to give one. This is straight yes or no.
Without knowing the replacement, no.
But we're never going to know the replacement potentially. We've already got.
You know, if there was rumours going around, like it was, I don't know, 21-year-old Dembele, and Liverpool need to stump up the money somehow. Yes.
All right, let Carl rephrase it. All right, let's rephrase it then. If you knew you was going to get 75 mil for Luis Diaz, but you didn't know who it was going to be, but obviously you've given that 75 mil to try and find someone, would you take the risk to go and find someone? I would personally.
No, I don't.
You wouldn't, Drift. All right, so that leads me to my next question then.
Yeah.
I'll start with you on this one, Drift. If I were to say give me 3 players, up to 3 players, doesn't have to be 3, but up to 3 players who you'd be comfortable coming in to play left wing for Liverpool if Diaz was to be sold. And again, we have to be as realistic as possible. We can't be saying Mbappe and Vinicius and Martinelli and I don't know, flipping Doku, any of the players that play at these teams where we know we can't get. Who would your up to 3 players be?
I only have one really, and he is unrealistic. It's Rafael Leao.
Okay.
I think it costs too much. I think it's unrealistic.
I think getting that 75 to 8 million fee wouldn't be enough for the player that I would want to go and get first. That would be Rodrigo, because I think with Mbappe going there may be the slight chance that he might not get the game time that maybe he wants. He would be my first choice, Rodrigo. If not Rodrigo, the thing is I prefer Kudus to play on the right-hand side, so maybe not Kudus. Unrealistic one will be in a Leao, but another one maybe, I don't know.
No one's saying a Musiala or Crava.
I don't know.
Kvaratskhelia, for me, I don't really think he.
Musiala,
he's
yes,
had a
but
good
we'd have to
enough
put
season.
Musiala, yes, 100%. But with Crava, no.
You're not taking what? All right, there's a good shout from.
Musiala,
What about Matoma?
No, not after him coming off the back of a very bad injury as well.
Maybe a bit too risky there, I think.
Do you know what? I think he's a very good player. He's not good enough to be Liverpool's starting lineup left winger if you're selling Diaz and Gakpo to buy him.
Would you take Rodrigo?
You've got to go up a level.
Would you take Rodrigo for Diaz?
I would prefer Rodrigo to be the right winger than the left winger.
But the thing is, Rodrigo's naturally left winger, just that he's had to play right because of Vinicius.
I hear you that. Yeah, but you know when you haven't seen it for, when you haven't seen it for ages.
Yeah. To be fair,
every time I've
injured,
watched Real Madrid, Matt, I've seen them use Rodrigo as a striker and a right winger. I've never really seen them use him as a left winger.
What it is, earlier in the season, Vinny Jr. got injured for about 2 months. Rodrigo, I think, was playing left. He was cooking, bruv. I'm telling you from now, Rodrigo will cook up, bruv.
What I would say about Rodrigo is a bigger goal threat than anybody we've mentioned.
Yes, I agree.
He's a much better goal getter.
I don't think he's realistic.
No, I know, but he's just saying he's a better goal threat, though.
What about Nico Williams from Athletic Bilbao?
He's good, but I think that'd be a massive risk.
But again, I feel like he'd need a bit of adaptation. I don't know why. All right, I've got one for you. This is more on the cheaper side. What about the one we've been linked to with Leeds, Somerville?
He doesn't move me.
I hear that. I
wouldn't sell Diaz for Somerville, but
I wouldn't sell Diaz. He would be like.
Would he be Gakpo's understudy then?
Yeah, like a rotational player.
Do we maybe need to look in that realm then? Do we maybe need to look at someone who's a Gakpo understudy as opposed to someone who comes in to make Gakpo the understudy then?
Well, here's the thing. I think people are writing off Gakpo because I don't know. They just want to write off Gakpo. I think Gakpo's got something to prove. I mean, if Gakpo can't do it under.
Have you not seen the round table talk?
Yeah.
No. I haven't.
Did you see the part, Cal, where Klopp was saying it was the part of the season when Gakpo was playing really poorly, and he just sat him down and had a conversation, and then his form picked up after he kind of. Because I remember we used to say Gakpo's definitely in his own head, like he's overthinking everything or whatever. And then, his form picked up after Klopp sat him down and had a little conversation with him. I just think put Gakpo in the right role and he cooks. We've got such a brilliant player on our hands that we utilize him properly with Gakpo, I'm telling you.
Well, I'll ask you both.
Apparently not to a lot of people, we don't. Some people don't rate him for whatever reason.
Do you trust Gakpo for the whole... Do you trust Gakpo to be that title-winning left winger?
Yes.
He could be, yeah.
What
do you want to know? All right, hear this. Gakpo, for me, has a bit more variety to his game than Diaz. I think Diaz is very much that one-on-one wing wizard, but Diaz, in my opinion, at times can kind of like slow the game down, hold onto the ball a bit too much, or not only that, he'll pick the wrong decision. I think Gakpo can be quite decisive. And I think Gakpo's more of a goal threat. And I genuinely feel like if you gave Gakpo the same amount of minutes that Diaz has, I think you might get more production from Gakpo. Because Gakpo has this crossing thing that he does as well. Like, bro, Diaz don't really cross, really. Diaz loves to cut inside, drive infield, take on one man, drive infield, and then look to lay it off, then he might make a run. I think Gakpo's quite decisive with his movement.
Diaz is more of a pullback, putback kind of guy.
Yeah. So, like, it's not nothing against him. It's just a plain style, like the style of play.
I think if Gakpo had a 36-game season in the Premier League, he'd have a 20 GA.
Yeah, I think so. But if he played every Premier League game, 38, I reckon Gakpo could finish with 15 goals. He's good enough.
I mean, what did he get this season? He still got pretty good numbers considering he wasn't even used.
This season in the league, he's got 8. In the league, he's got the same as Diaz, I think, 8.
So exact same stats as Luis Diaz, 8 goals, 5 assists.
In the league, yeah?
And that was Gakpo not even being utilized.
And look at
properly.
the minutes that he's played.
Mm.
How much less minutes has he played as well? That's what I'm trying to say. It's mad, you know. Remember, Diaz this isn't me criticizing. Remember, Diaz had a lot going on this year with his family. So you can understand why there was a point in the season when Klopp should have not played him. Remember when it all happened and we were like, is he going to play? I think he only missed like 1 or 2 games, bro. And he was already back. And I'm like, bro, like, let the man rest. We got Gakpo there. Gakpo's, I don't know.
Gakpo's wife was pregnant for the whole season as well, which it's their first kid. They're not used to it. Could have played a part in what was going on.
Plus, yeah, Cody playing centre mid, left wing, false 9, number 9 on the right. In my brain, I was thinking, like, bro, Klopp, you're doing a lot here, you know. You're doing a lot, fam.
Okay, I'll be real with you, boys. I would like us to sign 3 new forwards, 1 for each position, but I don't think we will. If we were to sign 2,
Not asking for much, bro.
well, I'm done compromising. No, you know where I stand with this.
We'll be lucky if we get 3 signings. Full stop, Cal. You just want 3 signings in the forward line, right?
Yeah, I'm done compromising. If I was to say to you guys, we can only get 2 forwards. Which out of the 3 positions would be the priority for you guys?
Right wing and centre forward.
Yeah.
Right wing, centre forward.
I asked that question to ask this then. We've only got 1 right winger. So if you find a right winger, then you know you fill that position, you've got rotation. We've got 2 strikers at the moment. What happens there?
1.5.
Fair point. With that situation then, because all 3 ain't gonna play. Who's got to go then?
If it was me,
I wouldn't sell anyone. We don't need to.
We'd have 7 forwards, bro.
Yeah, but Jota is injured a lot.
Yeah, but you still have to register him for the squad. We wouldn't have enough squad numbers.
Yeah, but he's injured so much. It's really just having 6 because Jota's injured a lot.
No, but we have to register him, bro.
But we got a lot of young bucks, man. We can register him, and then they don't have to be registered. We're cool.
No,
but you got to register him for the Premier League and then the champs.
No, but you don't have to register the young bucks so they can fill in where needed.
No, we still wouldn't have the squad numbers, bro.
Would we not?
No. 3 goalkeepers.
You don't have to register Gravenberch yet.
Yeah, you do. This season you do.
Oh well, does he have to be registered this season?
Last season,
yeah, not last season. Yeah, this season now though.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I was thinking you wouldn't have to register him. You wouldn't have to register Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa
Bradley would have to be registered now, wouldn't he?
Because
Bradley's 21 now, isn't it?
No,
I
Bradley,
thought it was 22.
Bradley doesn't have to be. Kwanzaa has to be registered going forward now.
I'm gonna be
Kwanzaa's
honest.
20, isn't he?
No, Kwanzaa 21 or 22.
I'm gonna rip off the
He's a bit older
band-aid. I
than
know
I thought he
Drift ain't
was.
gonna like me saying this, but I'll rip off the band-aid. I do think let me never say that. If it was me and I had to pick one of them, I know Jota's injury record is horrendous. But I trust Jota. Even though the last injury Jota had was unfortunate. Someone freaking landed on his knee, for crying out loud. It wasn't like he pulled up with a hammy or something, right? But I know Jota will still get injured. It's just what it is. But unfortunately, if it was me, I probably would sell Nunes and then try and upgrade on Nunes. That's what I would do. Because even if Jota's injured, you've got an emergency in Gakpo. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You got an emergency there. So let's say, for example, Jota, say we bring in the new striker, whoever it is, the new striker gets injured, and we're like, oh my gosh, but Jota's injured at the same time. You've got the emergency in Gakpo. Here's the thing. We want to win titles. We want to win trophies. We want to try and be to the best that we can be. If we want to do that, we need to try and find players if we can. It's not always going to happen, but clinical players. And right now, we don't have a clinical left winger on our hands as things stand with starting place Luis Diaz. We don't know. Gakpo's to the unknown quantity, even though I believe in him. And unfortunately, Nunes isn't clinical either. And then it will go back to, can Salah save us again? We can't go down that road again, fam. Salah tired, fam. Salah's tired.
What if a new system
We need to
creates
help
an
Salah.
environment where some
Yeah.
of these players do become more clinical?
You could be
Because
right.
we
No,
won't be playing high energy rock and roll football anymore.
Yeah.
So maybe players like Gakpo and Diaz and Nunes will feel calmer in the way we're playing,
Yeah.
which will make them calmer in front of goal.
You could be right, though,
It's
bro.
a massive
Because
possibility.
no, you could be right. Because I noticed the
don't
other
think the
day.
system contributes to clinicalness personally.
Well, not clinicalness, but what you're saying is this is why I agree with Drift. Yeah, the other day when we was watching the Villa game, bro, Diaz looked tired after like 15 minutes, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, the amount of, but you know what it is? That's for me lack of structure. Man are just running around chasing the ball. Ball's being played over. Man's like they were just. It's just too chaotic, bro. And I'm not gonna lie to you. So imagine you're running back chasing the ball, yeah, because the defensive structure is so bad. Then say we win the ball back, yeah. Say we win the ball back. Someone plays it back to Gakpo, Diaz. Diaz has now got a sprint at his one-on-one. But that's a lot, bro. This ain't shuttle run FC, fam.
No, I completely agree, but I don't think
That's what I'm saying.
the reason why I don't agree with the clinical argument based on the system is because Nunes, I'd say Nunes and Gakpo get good chances. They get high quality chances. Diaz is
Gakpo.
Now hear me out. Out of the three, those two get. I don't think Diaz gets that many high quality chances because he's not in and around the box like that. He's the one that starts from deep and dribbles into the box. I think we all think of Diaz and automatically just think of the Man City miss. How many clear-cut chances do we think of Diaz getting on a regular basis? He really doesn't.
No, but if it's not that, I hate to say it, but like the move,
his final ball is
bro.
terrible.
Remember that pass to Salah, bro?
Yeah,
if I'm not gonna
ball-
lie, if I'm
final
Salah, I
ball's
would have
terrible.
clapped him in his head, bro. What are you doing? Basic pass, just play across goal.
But Cal,
But
do
I
you know
think
why I think the
Nunes and
chaos
Gakpo get
counts,
high
bro?
quality chances.
The reason why I
know,
think the
man.
chaos counts, Cal, is because if you're playing at a high intensity and you're constantly in that mode, because you know there's modes you're in, you're relaxed, or there's, you know what I mean? So when you are playing high intense football, a lot of the time you're tense, you're on it, do you know what I mean? Like that, maybe that's why Endo wears the gum shield, because he's gonna grit his teeth all the time, because it's like you just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I think if you're playing a calmer type of football, I think it can help you to be more composed, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine if you get home from work and you try and explain something to the missus that's important and she's thumping music. You can be like, turn that down, I can't concentrate properly. You can still tell her what you need to tell her, bro. But the music's stopping you from concentrating properly. You might miss something out. The message might not get delivered properly. So turn that down, man. Let me talk to you. You know what I mean? We're playing that music's blaring, high intensity. If it's calmed down a bit, maybe they might be able to be a little bit more clinical within the moment because they're not so tensed up all the time in the way we're playing. I'm not saying it's a fact. I'm just saying it could be a factor.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
Time will
also,
tell.
also as well, I just think with I don't know, with the players that we mentioned, especially with Diaz and Nunes, yeah. Do we give them a third season? Especially more so Nunes rather than,
And that's something we'll discuss in the keep, sell, and loan show, Matt.
yes, we will do that.
I know a lot of people are saying that Slot does play high intensity, but he plays it in a more elegant way.
No, he plays it. He does play high intensity. He just plays it with more structure.
Structure's better, fam. The structure. So basically,
how did he? It's like grown and sexy or something like that. It was described as something like that. Whereas Klopp was like heavy metal, and like so like it's similar, but there it's still a bit. Plus, we don't even know if Slot's going to be Liverpool's manager. We don't even know who our manager is going to be.
Yeah, no.
It hasn't been announced yet, has it?
Yeah, we think it. Listen, I'll be shocked, but then I shouldn't be. This Liverpool.
Fakir put a Liverpool shirt on you, man.
Oh, don't, man. That still hurts to this day.
Let's not do that, Drift, because I don't want to be. Because I'm not gonna lie, I can't be bothered to go for another. We're getting this man, and then we got. I just can't be bothered, fam. Just, you know.
Remember,
what I mean?
Tottenham thought they had content, and they ended up with Nuno.
No, but that's the biggest downgrade ever, fam.
Yeah. We thought we had Caicedo as well. Remember that?
Look, Matt's thinking about life with Nuno as Liverpool manager.
I'm thinking about life with Fekir at
Now,
Liverpool.
if we ever got Nuno as manager,
And he's not a bad manager, to be fair.
He's not
What-
Tottenham quality though.
but
He's not a
Nuno,
league-winning manager, but he's not a bad manager.
would you want him at Liverpool, fam?
I wouldn't, but I still think he's a good manager. He's not a crap manager.
What's this, Cal? Would you take him over De Zerbi?
Oh,
Yeah, no. Let me read this.
This is what I mean. I just wanted to show the people how much Drift hates De Zerbi.
I don't
You're
hate
moving,
deserve.
you're moving mad. You're moving mad.
Hey, listen. The hate was seeping out, you know.
You're moving
I
mad.
swear, blood.
I don't hate. him, man.
Eastwood says Anthony Gordon, the F. Not saying we want him, bro. Just reading the rumors, brother. Reading the
I said
rumors.
that.
Lit Vibe says those mother effers will always be listening to offers. They sold Coutinho. We could have kept him and still bought Verge and Ali. Klopp wanted Jude. Oh, Lit Vibes, bro. Coutinho wanted to go from the summer of 2017.
Yeah, he wanted to go from before.
Like no one could have kept him. Like we kept him too long.
Bruv, Klopp said he tried everything to get to. Yeah.
Begged him.
No, don't
He
say
begged-
that.
he begged
It sounds really bad when you say that.
No, we did. He begged him. Not in a like in a dickhead way. He begged him.
No, but I'm not
if
gonna
I
lie.
was
If you're,
Liverpool manager, I'd have begged Coutinho at that time.
yeah, I know, but it just
100%.
makes Klopp sound like a bit of a not a dickhead. But
Nah, I'm not. Nah,
beg
complete
Coutinho to
opposite.
stay.
I rate.
I know what
Klopp.
you mean, though. No.
No, I rate Klopp for putting his pride aside and saying, "No, I'm begging you to stay because I think we can
Yeah.
achieve with you here." I rate that.
Bruv, Coutinho,
So Cal, for the people asking about Gordon's stats, he's got a 21 GA, 11 goals, 10 assists.
Yeah.
For this season.
Oh, okay, fair play. Yeah, I didn't know the stats.
Klopp wanted Jude. I mean, most teams wanted Jude. Only one team got him. He's gone to Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. Like, what can we do about it? That's no one's fault. Klopp wanted Jude. Jude didn't.
No,
want
but
him.
here's the thing though, Cal, and this is the thing that is a bit mad. I know selling the two players was how we ended up having the money for Szoboszlai or to make that Caicedo bid. But it is crazy that all of the things we were told about Jude not coming to Liverpool were based on it being too expensive for us. And then he goes there for the same money we bid for Caicedo. So it was a little bit weird.
What's the salary? What's the salary Jude's on?
Apparently his salary's not that high.
He's on about 400k apparently.
No, apparently it's not that high.
Jude Bellingham's apparently on about 400.
All right, let me just have a look. And Caicedo would have been
Might be
coming on
still.
around 250, so he wouldn't have been coming in on a cheap like.
Caicedo wouldn't have been on 250.
One sec, guys. Let me get my
Yeah,
second
because
money
remember
rate and I'll check
Chelsea
the
up
wages
theirs,
stuff
and
like
we
that.
would have
Give me
had to
one sec.
match it to make
Shut
him
up,
come
man.
to
Money
Liverpool.
on.
No, bro, we wouldn't have paid him 250. That's Virgil van Dijk money.
Yeah,
We
but if
don't
we
do that
want
around
him, hold on, let me see how much wages Bellingham's on. Bellingham is on 220 a week, bruv. I told you it's not that high, bruv.
Bro, he's on.
Bruv, I'm reading it right here. He's on 11.4 a year, which works out to be 220 a week, which is double what he was getting at Dortmund. He's not on that much, bro.
If that is the case, fair enough. I still don't think we would have paid him 220.
Oh, come on, man. We've got to pay. If you want that caliber of player, you've got to pay that much.
Bro, I'm not saying I wouldn't.
No, that's why I'm saying I think a lot of why he went to Real Madrid is because Liverpool wouldn't spend the money, bro. Maybe he would have picked them anyway, but I think it's because we weren't willing to pay the money, bro. I think if we'd have paid him the wages and we'd have paid Dortmund the money, I think we was in with a good shot of him picking Liverpool, you know? I do. I genuinely do.
Why would he pick Liverpool over? You good, Matt, bro?
Why did you come back like that, bro? We can't hear you, by the way.
You good, bro?
We can't hear
You know,
you.
like the thing. You know the webcam. The thing at the back came out, so that hence why. Hold on. Am I back now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
back.
That's a mad thing, bro.
that was
Hold on.
hilarious, bro.
Man,
You
I'm
look
just
like you was
like
holding
I'm
on to
sinking
the
in it.
edge
I
of a
look like
cliff,
this in
bro.
it, and I'm sinking, bro.
I mean, you look like you're hiding.
Hold on. Let me.
You know when you slump down in a car chair? You know when you're in the
Yeah.
car, you try to slump down so someone can't see you. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I don't know why. Hold on. It's like the. Yeah, that's better. That's better. All right. So let me see. All right, you lot. I'm gonna. While you're talking, I'm gonna try and find.
Just already found it.
What was it? What did he? What Drift? What was the
220.
wages?
People in the chat
Bellingham's
are
on
still saying
220.
400. It's 4.
Some people are saying
4.
400, bro.
Yeah, but
You
I
sure?
just looked at
You sure? No,
just
I
looked
heard
at,
Jude's on
even
400 as
Corby.
well. Let me go do some due diligence, fam.
Promo says
Them-
you man being harsh on Gordon, he's better than Diaz and Gakpo. Diaz is a definition of blue balls, does everything but has no end product.
Rotted. Yeah, people.
Shout out to Sean, who's just become a member.
Metro. What the?
Big up, Sean.
Tayeb says, love the channel as an Arsenal fan. Hashtag West Ham believe. Big up yourself, Tayeb. Official AMD Speaks has become a member of our YouTube channel. Big up yourself, Official AMD Speaks. Troy M says, Cal came back from vacay looking like young Mike in the the movie, no pause. When they started in high school. If you know the scene, you know it's spot on, down to the shirt and high top fade. Another person.
Hey, that film is legendary.
All right. So apparently Bellingham is on 400,000 euros, which equates to about 342 per week. That's what Bellingham's on. So 400,000 euros. Yeah.
He's not on small money.
No.
Eastwood says, I will sell
Guardian
Diaz.
was my source. I'm going to call him out. The Guardian was my source.
Basically, Salah. Basically, Salah. He's on Salah money, basically.
Yeah.
No, what's up with my camera? I'm still shrinking. What's going on? Hold
on. Eastwood says, I will sell Diaz between 60 and 80 mils. Easy decision. Rich Dean says, joining late. Klopp's loyalty is more of a plus as he's proven to be the best in the world at improving players and getting the best out of them. That's his difference maker when he can't spend like Pep.
Facts, Rich.
What's that? Sorry? Klopp's loyalty is more of a plus.
These players that Edwards got in, it was Klopp that turned them into the players that they were.
But that's almost like saying, okay, now I understand why some people call it plus. Like I said, I think it's 50-50.
You could argue then he's not improved.
But then
Diaz, Nunes, Szoboszlai. There's a few players.
I don't necessarily know if he's had, because the thing is with Diaz missing like almost the whole season with that injury. I don't know if maybe there were circumstances around why that never happened. I mean, his track record is impeccable with improving over not improving. Is the point more to it? Because obviously you got to go back to Dortmund as well, and the amount of players.
Yeah, no, of course. But I think Pep. I mean, name me a player that Pep has made regress, though. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
no, but I think Pep is the best, though.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So you can be. That's my point. Is you can
I'd also
still
argue
be
Ancelotti. Ancelotti's improved players as well.
Yeah, you can still be ruthless and still improve players. You don't.
I think Ancelotti gets the best out of you by making you believe in yourself, not necessarily the training methods and stuff like that. Like Ancelotti is a very relaxed, go and do what you want kind of manager. You know, you'd be quite surprised at how relaxed Ancelotti is.
Now he is. I
remember, I think Schweinsteiger said one time they went into training, you know, when Ancelotti was Bayern Munich manager. And I'm sure he said something like, man, just say, get on with it. Like literally, like, just get on with it. Like, you know what to do kind of thing. So...
Rich Dean says Pep can be ruthless because he can buy ready-made replacements whenever he wants. Big up, guys. Again, I even hate sticking up for Pep. How many ready-made replacements does Pep actually buy?
How many ready-made replacements?
Replacements.
Doku wasn't ready-made. Haaland, I'd probably say, obviously, Haaland was, but we compared Haaland to Nunes, and we thought Nunes was ready-made when we signed him. It just turned out he isn't.
Grealish was ready-made.
Yeah, Grealish ready-made.
Mahrez was ready-made.
Yeah, when he got him, he was.
Kyle Walker was pretty much ready-made.
Yeah, I'm talking about Rodri wasn't ready made when you got Rodri, for example.
No, Rodri wasn't. But I think the majority are. Diaz was ready-made.
I wouldn't say Diaz was ready made.
No, he was, bro. He just come off of that brilliant season. 68 mil or something they paid for him, bro. He definitely came in
Ruben?
ready-made. Yeah,
Ruben
Ruben
Diaz
Diaz. He
was
definitely came in.
He wasn't ready made. I think no, he wasn't ready made. He was good, but I would say he was like ready made. I think Pep had to improve some parts of his game.
Wasn't he like the best defender in the league and all that stuff?
What about Kyle Walker?
Kyle Walker was ready-made. He was coming off the back of a brilliant campaign for
But
Tottenham.
people used to say he was just pace and nothing else. Like
no, but that was people. That was people that was like being a bit like too quick to judge. Like he was a good player at Tottenham.
No. He was he was very good. However, I will say though that his intelligence has definitely stepped up at City.
Oh yeah,
Because at Spurs, remember the way the positional play at Man City is crazy compared to Spurs. Spurs, like I don't know, man. The fact that Walker's even captain now is
De Bruyne was ready made.
I don't think he signed De Bruyne.
No, he didn't sign.
Did he not? Was De Bruyne already? Oh yeah, he might have already.
De
been
Bruyne
there.
was already there, I think.
Yeah, you're right. He might have already been there. Actually,
I think he was dead there.
Lit Vibe says same GA of 13, but he played 1,010 minutes less than Diaz.
Who's that?
I think that's Gakpo or
I'm looking at them now. Yeah,
it can't be Gordon. Played 35 games this season. It can't be Gordon. It must be Gakpo.
Diaz played 2,575 minutes. Gakpo only played 1,565 minutes, and they both got exactly the same GA.
Yeah.
The difference is Gakpo's got a goal and assist every 196, and Diaz has it in 322. Jeez,
yeah.
Bro.
Oh yeah, Gundogan was ready made. That's a good shout.
Yeah, he was. Sheikh Abdi the Drifter says, "Bring me Rashford, lads. Quad will be one with him." That's trolling.
Drift, would you take Rashford? Would you take Rashford over
over Gordon? 100%.
No. You know what? Drifty is such a liar.
Not over Diaz. No.
Said Gordon quick, like he knew what the question was.
Yeah, lie one.
No, Drifty's elite. I can't even lie, bro.
Yeah, man, I think my camera's broken because I think the thing won't.
All right, let me ask you the same question. Who would you take, Gordon or Rashford?
Gordon.
Right.
The camera's broken, fam. Who? Sorry, who?
Gordon or Rashford?
Surely Marcus got, isn't it 30 goals last year?
You want to know what I find crazy about this, guys? Gordon's coming off the back of a brilliant campaign. Don't get me wrong, and he is a young player. But when he went Newcastle, everybody sniggered at it. Everybody was like, "Why on earth are Newcastle buying Anthony Gordon?" And now one good season, and now them are willing to take him over Rashford, who's maybe coming off of a bad season, but still been pretty consistent in the Premier League. To be fair,
Rashford has had a shocking season.
Rashford is just stale. He's just stale.
No. I'm not trying to say there's not. No. I'm not saying there's not a player there, but I'm just saying he's had a really, 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 really bad season, bro.
People Man United. I think people sniggered at the price of Gordon as opposed to what he could become. But also, bro, people have sniggered at players that we bought and they've come good. So people can be wrong.
I just find it quite strange that Gordon is now above Rashford in people's estimation when Rashford is the better player, man.
But he hasn't shown it.
Yeah, because Man United are in the mud.
But Bruno Fernandes shows he's a top quality player.
Does he?
Yes, he absolutely does. I'll be real. As much as I dislike Bruno Fernandes, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He produces season upon season.
The thing is, I don't like the way how he plays football, but you can't. What I will say, he is a productive player. He will give away the ball a million times, which will frustrate his own teammates and whatever. That's absolutely fine. There's no denying that. He doesn't keep hold of the ball very well. He's a bit too expansive, but he does give production. That's the one thing you can't say he doesn't do is production.
No, his effort is always exemplary.
No, but he gives production. Whether we like the way he style of play, I don't like.
He's
his
got a
style of
better
play.
attitude than Rashford at this point in terms of like
He's
professionalism.
a better player than Rashford.
I think Rashford under a better manager would show his qualities.
Marcus says Mark Walters is Lewis. That's deep.
You man, just quickly, did you know this is mad? I didn't know this. Do you know how many goals Diaz has scored all season?
11, I think.
He's got 13, yeah, and 5 assists in 3,544 minutes, yeah. Gakpo has 16 goals and 6 assists in 2,936 minutes.
How many of those came in Europa? And
Gakpo got 4 in Europa, and he got 4 in the cup that we won in the EFL Cup. Diaz got 3 in Europa. He's got 1 in the FA Cup and 1 in the EFL Cup, and Diaz got 5 assists. Cody only got 1 more assist, but I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, like, I know. Listen, stats don't always. Obviously, they don't need to tell half a story, but I've just been saying it for. I think Gakpo's production is just better than Diaz's, and Diaz will be given all the minutes in the world. But I guess you can obviously understand that Diaz's situation this season wasn't the easiest one to obviously negate, innit? Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think we're underestimating what Gakpo could do if Gakpo played left wing a lot more this season, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah.
Promo says the quality of chances we are creating are not the same, even if they are clear cut. Haaland gets the same type of chances every game due to patterns. I hear that, but that's still not an excuse for Diaz, Gakpo, and Nunes missing gilt-edged chances, though. Like the chances that those 3 have missed this season have been bread and butter. They've been bread and butter. Those are chances I expect Solanke and them players to score.
You can't even. Who? What's that?
The chances that Nunes, Gakpo, and Diaz have missed this season,
Yeah.
I'd expect Solanke to slot away without any hesitation.
Oh yeah, I thought you were trying to have a go at like Solanke, because Solanke really we can. He been cooking.
But we can't say nothing to Solanke at the moment. Yo, what's good? The more I watch Slot, the more I don't get the Slot comparisons outside of intensity. He's more like Arteta with Pep temperament in terms of style, with De Zerbi build-up patterns, nothing like Klopp.
I agree with that.
Really agree with that.
I don't know what. I think it's
if
just
anything, on paper, it's hard to actually pinpoint a style of Slots, which I think can be a massive benefit because he takes the best bits from everyone and molds it into his own thing. Whether he can translate it, that's the big thing.
Agreed.
I just want to ask you a quick question. There's no agenda here. I'm just trying to give a bit of context. So I get that Diaz should do a bit better. He should do a bit better than he has. There's no doubt in that. But Jack Grealish, who's also a left winger, has really low stats. But I think he does similar to what Diaz does, as in, it's not really about him getting the assist or the goal. It's the way he plays that, like, draws players out of different positions. You know, because the way Grealish plays for Man City is not about goal getting. Grealish has only got 3 goals and 1 assist this season in 20 games.
But he's hardly played, though.
Like statistic. No, he's played 20 games, bro.
No, Grealish been dead season, though.
But this is probably his worst season.
No. But what I'm saying is, that's why But Man City fans aren't unhappy with Grealish, though, because they know his role in the team isn't to do that.
But they're also they're not unhappy because they're about to win the league potentially, and
even last year when they did the trouble, he only got 7 assists and 5 goals. That was a very treble winning season.
They play a very different style, and then I'll ask you, Drift.
They do.
How often does Grealish get clear-cut chances? Because I don't think it's about.
I don't watch Man City.
They literally use Grealish for one-on-one take-ons and build-up. He's not like.
This is why I don't do the GA argument, because it's easy to do the GA. And I'm not, by the way, I'm not having a dig at you here, Drift. The GA argument is very easy, but when you start looking at styles of plays of different teams and stuff, then it starts to break down a bit more. Diaz, Gakpo, who play on the left wing predominantly, they are meant to get more goals because they get more chances. Grealish is the guy who knits together the left-hand side and is meant to create chances for others. Diaz isn't even a chance creator. Diaz isn't even the assist before the assist. He doesn't knit play together.
I think he is the assist before the assist.
He's not. He's absolutely not, bro.
I think he'll draw players to him. He'll pull the ball back, and then somebody will whip it in, for an example, and then we can get a chance created out of it. Like, he does that type of stuff. Like, I see it happen a lot. Like, he'll drag two players with him. He'll act like he's gonna take them on. Then he'll pull the ball back to like Jones or Robertson or somebody like that. They'll whip the cross in. Then we'll get a chance from a header or a volley or whatever. That happens a lot. So I know people don't really care about that stuff, but I do see him garner a lot of attention. He'll drag players towards him that frees up other players in the team. And it's a little bit similar to Grealish. I think Grealish's role in the Man City team is a little bit similar in that way.
Yeah, because they're all right. So they're both ball carriers, except for I would arguably say maybe I don't know whether it's a structural issue, but I trust Grealish more to make the right decision than Diaz. I think that's what it probably comes down to. So even if you're right, Jeff, and I think you probably be out, to be fair, in terms of how they're used. Yes, Diaz is more used for build-up play, offsetting the defense, but again, like his final ball or his decision making can offset things, and do you know what I mean? Like, it causes problems. And not only that, and to be fair, to give Cal some credit as well, he does get a lot of chances. I think we're the top chance creators in the league this season, and that's by design as well. And like, if you get that many chances, like, don't get me wrong, his stats are not like the worst in the world. Like, okay, he's got 8 goals, but what you would expect is, because of the amount of chances that we create as a team, bro, you know, really and truly, we should be looking at like 15. That's when I'll be like, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, 15 is about where he should be, because I feel like, bro, the thing is, he has so much ability. It's very rare you find a player like that, in my opinion. And some people say, oh, he hangs onto the ball too much, but I like the stylistically style players that can offset a defense, except for I just want better execution. And the thing is, he's 27, so you could say he's going into his prime now, and I feel like it has to happen now, though. Like, he's not 23, or he's not an Anthony Gordon. He's always Anthony Gordon. He's 21 or something. He's not like them man's age. Like,
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like he has to do it now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Just out of curiosity, if I said to you, like, right now, there's a rumor going around that Liverpool are about to swap Diaz for Grealish, would you lot take that swap?
No, not at this point in his career.
No, because no, you know why? Because I'm thinking, if we do get the Arne Slot, yeah, you're gonna kind of need a potentially a goal scoring winger, you know, because he likes his wingers to be direct, which is what Diaz can do. But then I've got to trust Diaz to be clinical. And the problem is, throughout his whole career, if I'm not mistaken, Diaz hasn't really been clinical. He's been good, because Diaz is a good player. I think Diaz is a very good player, in fact. But I just don't think his production.
I think he's clutch. He's not clinical, but I think Diaz scores a lot of big goals.
I think his production, bro, could be way better.
No, it could be. But if you think back in the last 2 or 3 seasons since he signed, there are quite a lot of games where he'll get the equalizer, or like he'll be the one who open the scoring, or like he gets a lot of clutch goals. He's not clinical. I agree with that. But I do, like, you know, like his like headers
that makes him clutch,
and like random, like mad side little volleys, and like I think he's quite clutch.
I don't know. I'll say that was more.
I think he's quite clutch.
Going back to one of your original points, like the earlier one in the show, I would have said that's something that I would use for Firmino. See, Firmino wasn't the greatest goal scorer,
definitely clutch,
but he was
100%.
a clutch. He was a clutch player, clutch finisher. I can't say the same thing about Diaz. I can't.
If you go back and look at Diaz's catalogue of goals, you'll start noticing that a lot of them are clutch. They're equalizers. They're the opening goal. They're the winning goal. He's very good at like getting clutch goals.
Fair
He's
play.
not
Maybe I don't remember that,
at all.
Fair play.
I agree with that, but he gets a lot of clutch goals.
No, fair play. Fair play.
Dudes, let's get up the rest of these supers. Yo, what's good says. Oh no, so I read that one already. Lit Vibe says Klopp aura will be missed. Els versus City next season. Klopp's aura will definitely be missed. I think it's really. I don't know why we have this defeatist attitude that we're just automatically going to tank and we're going to just get battered by City next season. Like, when was the last
There will be a
time?
drop off
Why? Why would there be?
because it's an adaptation period, Cal. I'll be very shocked if Slot can come in and literally within a few weeks he can already get us ticking that we don't lose any ground at the beginning of the season. I'll be very shocked, bro.
But we
'Cause
didn't
we
lose
know
much
what's
ground at the
happening with
beginning of
City.
this season. We lost ground towards the end of the season.
No, but I'm saying a new manager winning straight away, bro, is very unlikely. Like, think about it. You can't give up ground with Arsenal being there now, either, who start seasons well as well now. So, like, all we got to do is draw or lose 2 or 3 games in the opening, like 10 to 15. And already we've lost ground on winning the league because of how Arsenal and City are playing now. You know what I
The
mean?
thing
You've got to
is,
win
I'm
every
not,
game now.
I'm not expecting to win the league next season as of right now. But
no.
the attitude I sense is, it's back to just fighting for top 4, or don't expect to win anything next season, or don't expect to challenge for anything next season. I'm like, why?
I think we can win a trophy because Slot has proved that Feyenoord he's a good cup manager. So maybe we could
He's
put
a
a
good
cup run
league manager
together
as
and win
well,
one
bro.
of the cups. No, but I think he'll need time to get good in the league. Do you get like you don't know already? I'm probably more excited than anyone about Slot. I'm not saying he's the right man, but I think I'm way more optimistic than you lot are. But I definitely believe
I'm
he's going to
optimistic.
need time. Okay, because we had a
I'm not
conversation about it.
optimistic about Slot.
Yeah,
I'm
remember Drift? You
optimistic
said
about
no
the
because
whole.
Drift said Drift said he was excited. I said I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. I said I'm not excited. I said I'm looking forward to it. I said there's a
I'm
difference. I
actually
said, I'm not on
excited
the-
about life under Slot.
which surprises me, Drift, because a couple of weeks ago, I mean, but to be fair, you're allowed to change what you think and how you feel about the situation.
No,
because obviously
remember, Matt. Remember, we was filming when the news came out. I remember I said to you, you always know how you truly feel. Remember, I told you, the missus told me, you always know how you truly feel
yeah,
when the situation is real. So remember, I gave you the example, like if you're and ahhing about buying a garment because it's quite expensive and then it goes out of stock. If you're like, do you know what? Then it's a good job you didn't buy it. But if you're pissed it's out of stock, that's the realization that, no, I really want this because now I realize I can't get it. I'm annoyed. So you remember when Slot was announced, like it's probably going to be the one, I felt quite excited. I was like, okay, so this feeling's real. Because if I'd have got disappointment in that moment, I'd have been like, okay, like, yeah, no, I'm not really. So I am excited. I'm excited by it.
I'm looking
Big
forward
up,
to it. I'm being honest. I'm
big
looking
up our
forward to
brother
it.
Good
I
Elite.
think, what should I say? I'm hoping. You know what? Let me not. I think Slot might surprise a few people, you know. That's what I'm gonna say. Imagine
Well
Slot
played.
does a madness, though. Imagine if he actually does a madness.
I tell you what, the scariest thing out of all of this, though, boys, is if he fails, we're effed. Because we're already kind of struggling to know what manager is good enough to get now. Like, if Slot doesn't do well, then what?
We're gonna get a next one.
Yeah, but who? There isn't really anyone there.
But bro, here's the
Not
thing.
the
This is what I
landscape
think.
changes.
This is what I think. With Klopp leaving, yeah, we had to really, really be quick and put in place a structure where we're almost giving any manager the tools that they need to succeed. So let's say Arne Slot doesn't do well when he arrives. Liverpool might have to go, you know what? All right, we're giving him what we thought he needed or what he said he needed, and he fails. Fair play. We'll just be like, you know what, Arnie, apologies, bro, but it didn't work out. We're going to find someone else. The main thing is the structure, because his would be worse is if we're Man United, bro. If we were Man United, we had no structure. And remember, Man United are only trying to fix their structure now. I mean, they got to fix their roof first, but they're just trying to fix the structure now.
And their toilets.
Yeah. So Ronaldo was not lying, you know. He was not lying in that interview with Piers Morgan where he said the facilities, like, like, you know what I mean? But your structure for a manager to succeed has to be there. If it's not there, you could have the greatest manager, bro. But let's say the working conditions are absolutely like rubbed out. He can't do nothing. That's why.
I hear that.
So that's why, Jeff, I would say, even though it is a bit not techie, but it is a bit of a risk giving like the keys to Edward, or so to speak. Let's just hope that Edwards and that team can put together a structure that will allow Slot to succeed. And if he doesn't succeed, we're gonna find someone else. But as long as the structure's there, fam.
Let me not give you a realistic possibility that could happen based on the way Edwards has moved in the past and some of these rumors. A realistic summer could be Mo leaves because he cashes in, because we know Edwards does like to make sure he does the number thing properly, yeah? Luis Diaz goes and we cash in and we get the big boy bucks and then the replacements are Somerville and Gordon.
That's not happening.
That can't not happen, bro.
That's not happening.
No, Cal, you do realize that's the way Edwards moves, the money ball thing and the believing in potential and all that stuff. That is very, very much something that can
Edwards
happen.
moved previously. We can't. When was the last time Edwards
Why
was
would he
doing
change?
something? Because there might be a difference in opinions on how to run things now. When has that ever happened?
And if Edwards brought Salah, you know, he was the one that told Klopp to go get him. Remember, Klopp wanted
yeah,
Brandt.
And you've got to remember,
we bought creme de la creme. We bought Alisson
and Van Dijk
and Virgil. We built the best players in their position.
Yeah.
Why are we going to go all of a sudden sell Diaz and Salah and bring in Gordon?
Edwards went and got Fabinho straight after we lost the freaking Champions League.
Because Edwards might be crunching the numbers, looking at what cost effectively makes sense, and he might be trying to do what he did when we bought Mane and we bought Salah. We bought the hero before he became the hero, right?
Because we were trying to climb. We weren't in a position to buy the hero at the time. Financially.
No, but all I'm saying is it's a possibility. I'm just saying it's a possibility. This is how Edwards likes to operate. Moneyball. It's a possibility, you man.
It is a possibility.
It's a massive possibility. I'm just saying.
We got Goodally in the chat, yeah.
Hey, Goodally's been a menace, you know.
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen my man from the Wood. I've seen Axel Blake. Not Axel Blake. So I've seen Axel from Beverly Hill Cop. Who else have I seen?
Axel Foley,
Banks. Big up you lot. I see you lot. Big up Lee. Big up Lee.
Man said Axel Foley, fam.
Zap says, do you think Sterling is underrated or overrated? Underrated for me.
Yeah, but
overrated.
He's had a bad season this season, but
career-wise, Sterling's had a very good.
He's had a very good career, though. Very, very good career.
He's had a very good career, but I think he's the true definition of a system player. I think he's brilliant in a system that structure works, and I think once you take him out of a structure, he kind of shows he's lacking a bit.
How old is Sterling? How old is that? Is he only 30 or something? 29? 30?
I don't even think he's 30 yet, like 28, 29.
Sterling's had a great career. He's underrated.
He's had a great career.
I think he's at the wrong club, though.
I think it's crazy that everyone does the GA stuff, but when it comes to Sterling, no one speaks about GA. It's crazy.
No, that's what people do.
His GA
that is the argument for it. If you don't want to talk... All right, let me ask you this.
Let's not do the GA thing.
If we're gonna do the like not clinical type thing, there's not many players who are less clinical than Sterling.
No, I agree.
Like his finishing is woeful.
No, he's also clutch as F though.
He can be clutch. He can be clutch.
No, not can be, bro. He's been clutch as F in his career.
Not at Chelsea. I'll say he was clutch at City, not at Chelsea.
One season.
He's been there for 2 seasons, bro.
It's his second season now. But over the course of his
season
career,
vet. 2 seasons is long enough, though, bro. He's a
he was
seasoned
clutch
vet.
at Liverpool, and he was clutch throughout his career at Man City.
Look, I think he's a system.
And
player.
he's been clutch for England. Sorry, big up Tommy. He's been clutch for England as well.
He has been clutch for England.
Clutch, but not clinical.
He's been kind of clinical for England. I'm not gonna lie. He's been just as clinical as some of the others there.
Oh, bro, he misses more than he scores. He's wasteful. He's wasteful.
MNE says, is it fair to expect an FA Cup and top 4 in the next 2 years? I'm expecting more than that.
No, I think that's realistic for next season, to be honest with you.
No, he's saying for the next 2 years. In the next 2 years, I'm expecting more than a top 4 and an FA Cup.
The second year we need to be challenging for the title, definitely.
Yeah, like have to be like we can't just be like top 4. I don't want to turn it. I don't want to turn into them other clubs, bro. I really don't. We gotta be challenging for the title.
Silver Spring says Diaz can't be his fullback, doesn't score and doesn't create. 16 goals and 9 big chances created in 66 Premier League games is not enough. He's not good enough. We need better.
He can be his fullback. That's not true.
Doesn't
Do you not want to? Do you want to go back and since everyone always thinks about the Man City game and they think about Diaz, the misses were bad in that game, but go and look at the cooking session.
Yeah, agreed.
No.
How often does he do it over the course of a season, though?
I think that's what the issue is. It's not he can't do it; it's that he doesn't. There is a massive difference between can't and don't. If he's on it, he cooks.
Yeah, or doesn't do it enough.
Yeah,
because he can cook his fullback.
TK says Slot won the league with a lot of new players. He did indeed.
Let's hope he can do that in the Prem.
God willing. Boys, we're going to wrap up there. Going to be back tomorrow night with a preview for our last game of the season and Klopp's final game for Liverpool against Wolves. Anything you guys want to say before we sign off with the people for tonight?
Big up the people watching, man, each and every time.
Yeah. Big up everyone. Bless up everyone.
And smash the like buttons as well. 1,200 of you in here. Please, people. Smash the like really does help the channel. You know what I mean? Show some love. It is free to smash 100%. The like button. We appreciate it, though. We appreciate it.
We've only got 3 more days left of Klopp being our manager. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I've already started to go down the emotional road of, realizing, watching the videos of other stuff and all the things that are going around and stuff. Yeah, this is a weird experience for me. Yeah, just enjoy the last couple of days of Klopp, man, because when he's gone, how's the saying go? You don't know what you got until it's gone.
Yeah.
It could go up. We could be great. We could move on, and everything could be so brilliant. But we also might be sitting there in 18 months' time, being like, "Yeah, this is what life without Klopp was like." Yeah.
No, agreed. Agreed.
Like, looking like Man United at the moment, and all them thing there. So
agreed.
Yeah.
We have to remember though, it's him that decided to leave. He's the one that said, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, because I think if we're being honest, I know some people are doing the whole it's time for him to go now, but I just think, remember, you're saying it now because he said he wanted to leave, and you can tell his energy levels have dropped and all that stuff. But I just feel like if that wasn't the case, and he was at the start of the season, what we was doing, and you knew he was going to be here for another 2 years, I don't think anyone says anything. It's only because of now.
Man, like Coach in the building.
They got Kojo. But yeah, man.
But yeah, like I said, people, just take a moment to realize what I've gone. Like this is crazy because this is what puts some real thingy on it. Big up 1/3 of my life, Jurgen Klopp's been a manager, and I think that's probably true for a lot of people as well. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, man.
I really hope we don't need to compare. It's one of the things I dislike about us as a fan base is that we constantly bring up the past. I like us to celebrate the past, not bring up the past when things are going bad all the time. Like we do it with Mane and the left wingers. We do it with Nunes and past players. Let's just appreciate what we had and move on. That's not.
It's only easy to move on if you enjoy what you've got, though, Cal. If you're staring at the doors of a mansion as you're about to leave and going into another mansion, it's beautiful. But if you're moving into a 1-bedroom flat after living in a mansion, it's very hard to not look back.
I hear that, but there's going to be
save your money. You might be smart.
Yeah, there's going to be context behind the reason.
Yeah, but now you got nowhere to. Now you got when I put all my shit.
But that's context. Context behind it. Klopp's going because Klopp ultimately made the decision he wants to go. We respect him for that decision, but let's not. I just pray that we're not sitting there any time Slot loses a game. I don't want us sitting there going Klopp this and Klopp that. Like, let's just love the guy that.
Yeah. No, I agree. We got to move on, man. Because we can't just hold on to the past. Things. I agree with you. I agree. Can't hold on to the past every time something goes wrong.
Judge Slot based on Klopp either. There's never going to be another Klopp.
No,
Like,
Agreed.
there was never another John Barnes. There was never another Gerrard. Never a Kenny Dalglish. Never a Mane, a Fabinho. Like, let's just judge Slot on Slot in it. Like, Klopp's done magic at this club. To quote Jamie
Agreed.
Phillips, he's the modern day Bill Shankly. I don't think you can have any higher praise than that for him. But he's moving on. Let him go and enjoy his life. We will still speak about Klopp in a positive way, but let's just leave it there and let's move on as a club in it. But we've got to do that together. So I hope that
Can I
happens.
just ask a quick question that doesn't have to be answered now, especially since we've got Lee in the building? If Man City get over the line and win the title on Sunday, who's really the bridesmaid? Liverpool or Arsenal?
Well, it'll be Arsenal for the last 2 seasons, but it'll be us for the majority of Guardiola's reign.
Well, at least we
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Basically, we're still catching bouquets, but still ain't getting married.
Yeah, but we were the pretty bridesmaids, so.
Bridesmaids are bridesmaid, bro.
Nah, there is a difference. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guardiola divorcing and getting married every year, bro. Like, Guardiola using marriage as the Ponzi scheme at the moment, bro. Like, he's a partner for him. Like, every season he gets a draw.
You know what? It will be
again,
nice. It will be nice to not be the only one who has that label from now on as well, isn't it? So Arsenal, welcome to the club, innit?
All I'll say is this though: if Man City do win, and I'm expecting them to, Arteta would have been there. Is it 4 or 5 seasons?
I think this is
Arteta's. I think this is his 5th and a half season. Is it?
I feel like it's his 5th season.
4th and a half.
A lot of people saying 5th. You sure?
Hold on. So he got 8th, 5th.
Chat, is this his 5th season?
No, it's his 5th. It's his 5th, Cal. He got 8th, 8th.
No, it's his 4th full season.
Lee, what season is this? Because Lee, is this his 5th season?
This is 4th full season. Rate me, guys.
Okay,
Man.
4th full season.
Man, don't rate me.
No, but a lot of people are saying 5th.
4th full season. He didn't come into Arsenal. He came in December 2019.
Okay.
4th full season.
This is 4th full season, yeah?
Yeah.
What did Klopp do in his first 4 seasons? What did he achieve?
Champions League, Prem.
All right, then. Do you know the reason I'm even bringing it? The reason I'm bringing this up, I'm so sick to death of Arsenal fans trying to like. It's like this was the argument.
It's not over yet, Matt. You know.
No, I know it's not over because if they win it, but here's what I'm going to say though. Let's say they do win it. Let's say they do actually win it. Klopp will still have a Champions League. My whole argument is this: I don't like the comparison of they've got a manager who has just is only won the FA Cup, and I understand that he could still win it. It's not impossible. Man City could fold against West Ham. They actually could. That's not people think it's just a given, like rare tear. I still think Man City will win it now, but there's no saying that Arsenal like they can't draw or something. This is football, by the way.
It's not over. It's not over at all.
This is football, bro. This is football. Right, but if Man City win, though,
no, but that's what I'm saying. If City do win it, it's just
smoking
crazy that
Arsenal live on stream.
It's just crazy. Like I said, that Liverpool had a Champions League and a Premier League and were called bridesmaids, but Arteta's just got 1 FA Cup. Which, by the way, is really funny that Arsenal fans tell us that we won the COVID title. They tell us we won the COVID title, but forget that Arteta's only trophy was in the same season. It's funny that, isn't it?
It's the Emery and Aubameyang FA Cup. That's what that was.
Because the difference is when Klopp got his team, he won, and Arteta's got his team and he hasn't won yet. But anyway, I just thought I'd ask about the bridesmaid thing because I've had Arsenal fans calling us bridesmaids for so long that it's just funny that they might now be literally the exact thing they used to laugh at us about. So
very true. Planner Boy says, embrace changes. What's life without changes? Very true. Very true. Yes, people, make sure you switch on the notification bell. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash that like button. Over 1,000 of you in here strong. Let's get 1,000 likes on the video as well, please, people. We are going to be back tomorrow for the last preview of the season. So make sure you check us out for that. We'll let you know timings of that, etc. Kojo, I'm never playing that Caicedo video again. I've actually asked for these lot to actually take that video down. If I could archive that video, I would 100% do it. But it's a team decision. So,
I want to know what if you do a mini forfeit, we can take it down.
No. What's a mini forfeit?
Instead of forfeit, you
Like,
know?
take at least one sip of a Magnum.
No, I don't want to drink, bro.
Hold
But then
on.
the video's gonna stay up then, bro.
I just remember something, you man. Didn't I make a bet with
One
you
sip,
two about Trent?
One sip, bro.
You did. The one game left of the season, no.
Yeah, all right. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
What was the actual
I missed
forfeit
that.
for us?
Remember, no, we didn't agree on the forfeit. Literally, it was just a bet on. No, but there would be a forfeit. We didn't agree on one. All it was I said, he won't start in midfield, and you guys were like saying he will. I was like, he won't.
Oh no,
So
it wasn't a forfeit. We just owe you a bottle of alcohol, remember?
Yes, that's a point. We owe you a drink.
We
Was
owe
it?
you a
Owe you
drink.
a drink.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes,
yeah,
we
it was
do.
we
Well,
owe
big
you a
up.
drink.
Thank God
Yeah.
you remembered that.
You
Menace
sure?
Matt would have had us doing something
Yeah,
mad.
it was we owe you a drink. Yeah, it was we owe you a drink.
Matt would
It
have had
was-
us doing
it wasn't a
something mad.
forfeit. It wasn't a forfeit.
Matt would have
Oh,
been
you
like
lot.
going to an
Are they
MMA gym
lying?
and slap the teacher in the face.
I'm not too sure. Oh yeah,
Remember I
yeah.
said-
Now the
remember-
person says Kraken. I know they're not lying because you're not just gonna remember that drink out of nowhere.
Yeah. See, yeah.
All right.
Matt would have had us doing something mad, like going to MMA gym and slap the teacher in the face. Like-
Yeah.
Oh, the people
don't
them
think
don't
so,
rate me. Them man, Imran's saying, wasn't it 12 wings? This is what I'm saying, fam. The disrespect,
That's light work, bro.
the disrespect that I get is crazy, bro. Crazy.
Jamie is the menace among menaces.
Hey, big up Jay. Jay's a madman.
No.
Big up Jay.
And people, all love to you all. Until we see you tomorrow, have a fantastic rest of the day, night, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kop-Ish and we're out, people. Blessings.
Peace.
Love.